What's going to change between now and Wednesday?
Oh, I don't know. That's where we are right now.
Yeah, I gotta get my ID, man. I don't mean to interrupt your interview, but free I'll tell you, man. Still, I'm gonna get my ID.
You can go that way.
Nah, it's a free. I can walk this way. Fuck you talking about, fam?
This is a Silk exclusive.
Welcome to episode 52, Words, Music, Dance. I'm your host, as always, Paulie the Bull, and it's the 2021 Vision. You already know what it is. Shout out to everybody watching on YouTube, everybody listening to on your podcast app and on digital streaming services. You are appreciated as always. All right. Today I am joined by a couple of the homies from MizFitz Sport Radio. I got the homies right here. I'm gonna let them introduce themselves. You know what I mean? But welcome, fellas. First and foremost, how y'all doing today?
We're good, bro.
Yeah.
Good, bro. Appreciate you having us on, man. Appreciate that.
Pleasure. Pleasure.
Love the love, man. Love the love.
For sure. So we got Chips and PH. What is it? 5 of y'all in total?
On the show,
It's five.
We got PH 5 total.
It's 5 of us, yeah.
Yeah, it's 5 of us that do the YouTube podcast. But it's a bunch of us out there. They just ain't making it on to the podcast yet. But hopefully we get more out there. But yeah, we got 4 main characters.
Okay. So Chips, take it away first. Introduce yourself. Give your social media and everything.
Yo, what up, man? This is Chips. You know what I mean? I'm the outcast of the group. You know, I'm the one that always start the debates, get the yelling and whatnot. All I got is Facebook, man. Albert Hendrick. That's it. That's my full name. Government. You know what I mean? I ain't scared. I ain't got no warrants or nothing like that.
Not no more.
Not that I know of. But yeah, I don't do the Instagram, but you can always hit us up on Instagram, MizFitz Sport Radio. That's the Instagram, and I believe Twitter too, right, Pierre?
Yeah.
Instagram and Twitter. Facebook. You know what I mean? MizFitz, MizFit.
Right, there you go. PH, introduce yourself. Give your shout outs.
I ain't got no shout outs. I don't like nobody out there. Y'all know me. I'm an angry man on the podcast. Starts all the trouble. But anyway, Facebook is Stephen Grays. I don't really mess with my Instagram or Snapchat, none of that. I just have it just to have it. But Al already said our Instagram, our YouTube, everything. Just make sure y'all just check it out, man. One episode. Just give it a listen, see if you like it. You don't like it. I mean, at least say something. Leave a comment. But please like it and subscribe, please.
That notification bell, man, and support all of that.
That's right. That's the goal for everybody.
Paul the boss.
What is MizFitz Sport Radio? Why should everybody watch? You guys' channel and stuff.
So, MizFitz Sports Radio is basically a group of friends. We all know each other. We all been clicking for a while. And shout out to my boy Yeek that he came up with the idea. Like, yo, we talk sports and life events every day, all day, whether it be via WhatsApp chat or on a game playing PlayStation 4 in the group chat. So we decided to bring that to the masses, put it on YouTube, and just share our thoughts, conversation, debates, with everything that got to do with sports, life situations, girl questions, man questions, anything. We got a topic called Viewer's Choice. Viewers send us questions and we debate on those questions, whatever the question may be. But we're mainly a sports talk podcast. But that's not the only thing we're limited to. Like I said, we talk about everything that has to do with life and entertainment.
I was about to say, don't forget our Fire Cool Dirt.
You know what I'm saying? We rate new songs, Fire Cool Dirt. We do all that.
So it's kind of like with each other.
Yeah, it's kind of like a variety show. You know what I mean? But mainly we talk about sports and then tail off onto other topics dealing with life, current events and entertainment.
Okay. That's what's up. Definitely. Everybody watching, tune in, check it out. I'm a subscriber. I follow. I watch it all the time. I like what you guys are doing. Definitely supporting that.
Appreciate that.
But I wanted y'all, I wanted to talk to y'all about a couple sports questions and things too. Just last week, LeBron James surpassed Michael Jordan in scoring, for all time.
Yes, he did.
Which is it's a big deal. It's definitely a big deal. How do you guys feel about the reception that the crowd gave and the moment? Like, did it really feel impactful? Because it seemed a little awkward. Like, what do y'all think about that? PH, take it first.
First off, it felt like a regular basketball day. It wasn't nothing, no streamers, no nothing for him, man. It's pretty much because of the reception he's getting in LA. He ain't there full time. They don't feel like he there full time. He's just there. And him passing Jordan was supposed to be like a milestone moment. I mean, he quote unquote cried or whatever the case may be.
Face in a towel.
Yeah, tried to for the dramatic effect, But the fact that it wasn't like celebrated as much, it was kind of shameful for everybody, man. I mean, love him or hate him, he has done a lot for the NBA, for himself, carrying that the next big thing from high school to now, and still being at the age of 34, arguably the best player in the NBA. And of course, everybody want to compare him to Jordan. And what was it? It took him a lot more games to do it, but it also took him like 1,000 less shots to get to that scoring point. So that is
an interesting point, because I mean, he's bigger than Jordan, so he did get to the paint a little bit more, because we all know the Jordan rules was when Jordan got to the paint, hit him. So Jordan took more jump shots and stuff. But I mean, the facts are the facts. Can't deny that. He definitely did it in fewer shots. So
yeah, I just felt like it should have been a little bit more fanfare for him. Love him or hate him, it don't matter. They still should have gave him the love that he deserved.
Chips, what you think about it?
It was definitely a big milestone for him personally. I'm not gonna go as far as PA said and say it was for the dramatics of it all. It had to be. I mean, anytime you ascend to that level in any sport, let alone basketball, to where you're breaking, you're moving up the ladder of all-time leaders, and especially surpassing one of, if not the greatest basketball player of all.
You better watch what you say. These are subscribers, man. You better say he the greatest.
So I mean, it's an argument. I think he's the greatest, but other people have their own opinions. But so I think it was very big for him. I think it was a big thing. I think for the rest of us watching and experiencing it, he is responsible for taking the thunder out of it. He decided to. Can you imagine if he did that while playing in Cleveland? How crazy that would have been. You know what I mean? But he chose to go to LA. Okay, you chose to go to LA, but then you chose to publicly try to divide that team, right? Or ship half the team away to bring chaos to a young core of players. And I think that's why it was so overshadowed, and the reception wasn't what he thought it was going to be, because of the fact of all the antics going on with AD requesting the trade and LeBron's best friend Rich Paul being his agent, and that whole circus on the way New Orleans flipped the script on LA and put them all on Front Street and blasted them like, look, they trying to give away you, and them young boys just wasn't with it. They ain't with it. They're still divided. They've been on a steady decline as far as the playoff race goes. So that whole media circus that LeBron and his team and AD created, really put a shadow or a dark forecast over him surpassing MJ on the scoring list. So it definitely wasn't as impactful or celebrated as it should have been.
I completely agree. I definitely, agree with the point that he definitely has to take a major piece of the blame for it, because, like you said, it would have been bigger in Cleveland or even Miami because they won 2 championships there. Cleveland, the story of him coming from Akron and growing up there, and even going back to the city which he left and brought them a championship. So it definitely would have meant more there. And there's certain places you go to, like LA, New York. If you're not winning, we don't care about all that individual stuff.
Facts.
You know what I mean? Like New York and California, the teams are spoiled. Whether Yankees, even Boston, like Celtics and Patriots, and certain places you go to, it's about the rings.
We don't talk about Boston, fam. Sorry.
I agree. I
don't talk about Boston.
It was just to add to the point. I agree with you. It's just that but it's just certain places just expect greatness. There's nothing less. It's like, are we in the playoffs? Are we winning? Like, are we contending? Oh, you won an individual accolade.
Right.
So what? You know what I mean? So
you better pray next year that they're winning when he passed Kobe, because somebody might try to shoot him if he passed Kobe. And
that's a fact. Because they're going to definitely take that personal. They already was chanting Kobe's name and stuff. So yeah, if and when he do get to score to Kobe's numbers, they better have a winning record. Speaking of the record, I just checked online. Through 66 games last season, they had 30 and 36. This year they're 30 and 36. So do we call this a failure? Obviously it is, but how big is a deal is it really when LeBron should have at least added more wins to the team? And, they're in the same place. How do we look at that? So
we touched on. I think I touched on that last episode of MizFitz Sports Radio. It definitely has to be seen as a failure. Nobody thought they were going to be competing with the Golden State Warriors and the Houstons of the NBAs. Some people thought they would be as high as 4 seed, 3 seed in the West with this current roster when the season started. I myself, I had a couple of bets. I didn't see them getting no higher than getting nowhere near the 4th seed in the NBA on the West. But some people did. So when you bring a player like LeBron, like PH said, arguably one of the best players in the NBA right now, we've seen him carry teams, similar teams, as far as player-wise. It might have been a different style team, but we've seen him take lesser teams and bring them higher. Like everybody knows, he hasn't missed the playoffs. I don't know, ever? Not ever.
No, I think it's been about 12, 11 years, something like that.
The first 3 years he was in the NBA.
Yeah. So he's been in the playoffs every year, basically. Every year, not only to the playoffs but to the championship game. And to see him not come to this team with talented players, you got Ball, you got Kuzma, you got Rondo came over. You got what's the boy name that I say? Before they
Lance Stevenson.
Yeah, Lance Stevenson, the energetic guy.
Yeah.
And they got talent over there, and to see him not be able to pull them young guys together, mixed with the couple of veterans that they have, and get them at least into the playoff race. Yes, they did deal with injuries. Brandon Ingram, that's what I was talking about. They're dealing with injuries, and now the season is watched because Ball is out for the season. We just learned. Brandon Ingram with the DVT is out for the year. We just learned. But to see them fall as fast as they did, where early in the season they were clicking and they were putting games together and beating teams that people didn't expect them to beat, as well as beating teams that they were supposed to beat. Like I said, it goes back to the whole time with AD requested that trade, and all the rumors started going around, and that team fell apart. So I think when Magic and the Lakers owner, the Bus family, brought LeBron over to LA, they did not imagine anything going like this. So even though you might not have thought they was going to compete for the championship, this season has to be seen as a failure.
PH, do you think players in the league are too sensitive now that a possible trade and possible this can affect, like the Celtics are going through that, and the Lakers, all these players like, oh, I might get traded, I don't want to play now. Is the league too sensitive? What you think?
Yes. We touched on that on our podcast too. Way too sensitive, man. It's not like how we, watch basketball back in the day. People used to fight almost every game. Fouls was way harder. People used to, flagrants was like regular fouls back then. Now you can't even do nothing. And granted, all of that trade talk came up and, everybody getting traded off the team. So what, man? Yeah, play ball. Play ball. At the end of the day, you still have to show that you can play to even continue getting contracts in the NBA. So because you had a trade rumor with your name in it, you're going to pout and sit in the corner like you're a little kid? That's whack.
Yeah, no, I agree. And I think that's one of the biggest issues, because everybody talk about the generations, the eras, and it seems like this era is way more athletic, but mentally softer. And that's one of the reasons why, arguably LeBron is in the conversation, but I don't think he's even close to Michael because of the era that he plays in. And we'll never know if what he would have been in that era. But in this era where it's so emotional, because LeBron's known to send out these tweets. He's known to pout and slap his knees, and he point fingers and stuff. He's very sensitive. So
he ain't an exception to the. He ain't an exception.
Right,
He's part of that list too.
Yeah, exactly.
He might be number one on that list.
Well, that is true because he's definitely, a lot of people followed his lead on a lot of moves they made. The free agency movements and things that started happening, and people, dealing with the league the way they did. It was kind of a trend he started, and the social media aspect of it and things was something that he definitely has to take part in. So he's the best of this era, but this era has a lot of flaws, and maybe we just old heads just to see it that way. But
I ain't old. I don't know what you're talking about.
But I mean, that's just the way I see it.
What you talking about?
That's just the way I see it. It's just like it's like there's more emotional discussions with the players than it is about jump shots or playoffs, and more than sports talk. It's like a lot of, well, what did KD said? I just want to play ball. Dude, come on.
Yeah.
That's another emotional creature right there, boy.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, he might be number one on the list.
I mean, he definitely up there. I mean, once the rumors came out that he had like a burner Twitter account.
That wasn't no rumor, fam. That was definitely proved to be correct.
See, I think the problem is with these guys, man. They worry too much about the media. You can't, the media. That's their job. That's what they're gonna do. You know what I mean? I don't know the percentage of what the stories are true or correct in the media, but I'm sure it's not more than 50%. It's always going to be a rumor spent, especially when you're a celebrity.
Mm-hmm.
When social media the way it is, everything gets out ASAP.
Mm-hmm.
You might trip on the stairs going to the restaurant. Some paparazzi will snap a picture of you.
That's
you know what I mean? So. If you can't handle the fact that you're a celebrity, then you're in the wrong business. You know what I'm saying? Come work a regular 9 to 5 like me.
Right.
You know what I mean? Right.
Like KD said, if you just want to play ball, then go to the Dykeman tournament. Go
exactly. You can do that. You can do that for free. Ain't nobody gonna pay you no mind.
Right.
You know what I mean? Yeah. But it comes with the territory, man. And like I said, these guys are way too sensitive about everything. It's too much friendly things going on. in the NBA. You know, this guy wants to play with this guy, and he made the bet. You know what I mean? And it just takes all the competitive edge away from it.
Right.
In the Thunder, you know what I mean?
I agree with that too. Before I ask you guys about the playoffs, I wanted to know, do either of you think that LeBron will one day reach or surpass Kareem in the points total?
So I listen to a lot of sports radio, on TV, on FM, and I'm not real sure what the numbers was, but I think in the next 4 years or so, 4 or 5 years, he will have to average like 27 to 30 points a game and play the whole season basically. And this year he was dealing with quote unquote his worst injury that he's had since he's been in the league, the groin injury, which had him out quite a few games. But Father Time ain't no joke. So he's getting older. He's 34. Yes, that's still young, but he came straight out of high school. He probably was 18. You know what I'm saying? When he touched the NBA. So he has a lot of mileage on him. Can he do it? Is he physically able? Is he still good enough to do it? Yes. I don't think he will, simply because, age and wear and tear catches up to any player. Your God-given talent can only take you so far, and that's a lot of averaging points that he has to keep up with for another 4 or 5 years to get that number. It's a very tall feat.
PH, what you think?
I'm rooting for him to get it, man. Records is made to be broken. Russell Westbrook out here doing what he doing, breaking records, just being a whole animal. James Harden with that 30-point streak. Then, your man Jordan came with the hate. They ain't 6 rings, though. So, but, I'm really rooting for him to do it, man. But like Chip said, that's a tall feat, man. You got to stay healthy, score 27 points a game. I mean, he do that like in his sleep now, but is he going to do that in the next 3 years from now, 4 years from now?
And play complete seasons.
Exactly. So I don't know, man. Like I said, I'm pushing for him. I'm rooting for him to get it. He already up there in points. He up there in assists. Hope he get up there in rebounds. Just whatever, man. I just like to see greatness, man. When Jordan was in the league, I hated him, and now I kind of respect him. Be the same way with LeBron, man. Once he's gone, everybody's gonna just sit back and be like, damn, we got to witness this. We got to see this person play. And people probably recognize it a lot more once he's gone.
Good point. I mean, we shall see. Yeah, like you said, Father Time, undefeated. You never know when it's going to kick in. I mean, it got Kobe, that Achilles, and then I think he had like his knee. And it was just abrupt. It was instant. Melo, it came from out of nowhere. Like he's hoodie Melo, he balling.
Ho! We ain't talking about that guy, please. Please, look, don't even bring up
Melo, man.
Just shut up, Chips. Shut up, Chips.
I think Melo could still be valuable to a team. Me and Chips went back and forth about that already. I think he could some value somewhere.
He's not on the team, and there's a reason why, sir.
I don't know, man.
Listen.
We're not doing this. We are not doing this.
At the end of the season, just shoot me a message on the YouTube and say, what, Chips? You was
do
right.
this on the side somewhere.
I got you.
This too much. Too many days out of the week. Nah. Don't start him with this either. I'm just glad the other person ain't here because he probably would have tried to shut this whole thing down.
Well, enough about LeBron. Let's talk about teams that are actually in the playoffs. I want to get you guys' thoughts on where do you think the teams are going to fall? Who's going to make it to the finals? What do y'all think is going to happen? Do you think as the teams lay right now, is anybody beating the Warriors? Is it a boring finals again? Like, how do y'all see this playing out? Who want to go first?
Go ahead, PH.
Boring finals. I don't know, because the Warriors ain't looking like the Warriors, man. They just lost to Phoenix at home by like how many points? 20, something like that.
Nah, they came back from 17 down.
Right, yeah, they only lost by what, 3 or 4, I think it was.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Well, I don't care. They lost to Phoenix. They lost to the Lakers Christmas Day. I mean, that was way back, but still, they lost by like 25. I mean, they not the same Warriors team that we've seen these last 2 years. Of course, LeBron was running through the East like, taking candy from a baby. So, he gone. He going to be home watching now. In the beginning of the season, I picked Giannis as my MVP pick. I'm riding out with Giannis. I want to see the Bucks go to the finals and win. So my MVP pick could look real.
So you got the Bucks in the East.
That's right. I'm riding with the Bucks.
Who you got from the West?
The Warriors. I mean, who else is going to beat them? I mean, don't get me wrong. It's a game looking like the Warriors. But in a 7-game series, I'll take them 10 times out of 10.
Okay, so you got the Warriors winning the game.
No. I said I'm taking the Bucks.
You going with the Bucks?
I'm going with the Bucks.
To win everything.
Finals.
Win everything.
Okay.
Riding out with my man Giannis.
So everything is recorded. Make sure I got all this recorded.
It don't matter. It don't matter.
Mic check. Okay. Okay.
Put a stamp on it.
And how many games? It's going 7?
It'd have to be.
You better not say if you got to win it.
It can go 7 because the Bucks have the best record.
Yeah, the Bucks would have them. So, okay.
I'll take that 7 as long as the Bucks stay with the best record.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay.
If it's not, then they got to win in 6 because I don't see them winning in 7. They ain't got LeBron on their team. So.
Okay, Chips. What you got? How you got it falling?
First of all, the Warriors, yes, they're struggling. They're going through ups and downs. But mark my word, they're going to get their shit together. When it comes down to it, they're going to play like the team everybody knows. Is it going to be boring? I don't think it's going to be boring. I think a lot more teams are going to be more competitive. Houston, of course, like last year, I think will give them a run. OKC, flying under the radar right now, but I think they can give them a run in the West. And don't sleep on Denver, man. Denver, again, I was talking about them in the podcast for MizFitz. They looking like they're the real deal and they're competitive. It's yet to be seen in the playoffs, but I think they might be able to make some noise. I don't know if they will be able to challenge Golden State, but they might make some noise depending on how the seeds play out. So I think it'll be interesting, but in the end, I got Golden State coming out the West. I'm not in total disagreement with PH when it comes to Milwaukee. Very sold on them. And I think some people don't think they'll be able to keep it up in the playoffs, but I think they are built to do so. I think they have a good amount of depth to battle against the fatigue of an NBA season to keep it rolling into the playoffs.
So Miritich trade, don't forget about that. Getting him was a really big pickup.
Really, really big pickup for them. So I guess I'm gonna take Toronto. I'm gonna say that now that LeBron is gone, I got Toronto and Milwaukee at some point facing each other in the East, and Toronto making it out of the East to go on to face the Golden State, in which the Golden State Warriors will be champions again for what, the 3rd straight time?
Yeah, this will be the 3-peat and 4th in total for that squad.
Exactly.
Yeah. We shall see. I think I mentioned it a couple episodes before. I don't see any team that can beat Golden State in 7 games. Like when they're 100%. Yeah, I don't see anybody that could take them out in a series, especially once they activate playoff mode.
Hashtag activated.
Yeah, because the regular season is boring to them. They after they won 73 games and then lost, they looked at it a little different. Like, okay, we don't need to win all that. We need to focus on these 16 wins.
They didn't say that. They said, you know what? We need to go get somebody else because we need someone help. Yo, KD, come through, fam.
That is what happened. That is what happened all in all. But yeah, but I think the regular season just became, less, meaning to them.
Warm-up. It's the warm-up.
Right. So yeah, like I'm saying, so we got Milwaukee taking this one. That's an interesting pick.
That's bold. That's bold.
That's very bold. I mean, the experience is going to be something interesting to see if they don't make those little mistakes. They don't fold under pressure. With Boston, Philly, they kind of gotta.
Boston gonna fight each other. Philly, they gonna fight each other. I mean, like teammates gonna fight each other. That's what's gonna happen.
I mean, I think Milwaukee has the best chemistry. I just don't know. If Boston can get it together, they have the best team in the East. But on paper, doesn't get you but so far. Philly probably, all together got everything, but they don't have an identity. It's like Embiid wants him to post, Ben wants to handle it. Jimmy Butler's like, give me the ball. I'm used to being so it's like
that's exactly what's gonna happen. Him and Jimmy and Embiid gonna fight. There's gonna be some problems over there. They ain't gonna win no games.
Yeah, I mean,
and Embiid got to be healthy. Don't forget
that too.
That's my big question with Philly. Can he stay healthy?
That Tobias Harris pickup
was solid.
That was pretty big on their part. I mean, the East finally has more picks that can make it to the finals now. Before it was just Miami, Boston, Indiana or something like that. Now it's like you got a couple teams where you can like, what, they got a chance. They got a chance.
Yeah.
The Oladipo injury was big too because they're still in it.
They're still in. They're third in the East right now.
Right.
Yeah.
So imagine if he was still there.
Yeah.
So, but you guys, like you said, do more than just sports. You also talk about current events and stuff, as do I over here. So I wanted to talk to you guys also about R. Kelly. The Pied Piper. Robert.
You guys are killing me, man. You're killing me.
The CBS interview. So you guys both saw it?
Yeah.
Some of it. Man.
Did they release the whole interview yet? I saw the pizzas and the parts.
Yeah, I saw, what was that, Wednesday? I think they played it, and it was full. I don't know if that was the whole thing, but Gail, they played it, and she was talking about it, stuff like that. But we got the gist of it.
Yeah.
I mean, and then he ended up going to jail because he owed back child support, and
somebody paid that for him too. It's the man, son. Still,
I think he said he finally went to Bank of America, and he found out he didn't have a lot of money in his account.
Yo, fam, he said that was the first time he went to the bank by himself. Come on, bro.
He's a big boy now.
Come on, bro.
The man, I don't know. He's just
special.
He's very special. But I wanted to know, like, what did y'all think about the interview itself, though? Him, Gayle King. What did y'all think about that? As a whole.
Go ahead, Chips.
Go ahead, Chips.
Shout out to Gayle King, man. She's a G. Let me tell you something. That might have been one of the most professionalist, if that's a word.
We make stuff up here. Don't worry.
That was like, when he jumped up and was screaming, she's like, Robert, come on now, Robert.
Stop it. Y'all quit playing. Quit playing. Robert. I didn't do this stuff. This is not me. Y'all, I'm fighting for my life. Y'all killing me with this. I gave y'all 30 years of my career.
Robert.
30 years of my career. Y'all trying to kill me. You're killing me, man. This is not about music. I'm trying to have a relationship with my kids, and I can't do it. Y'all just don't want to believe the truth. You don't want to believe it.
At this point, we briefly pause the interview to give Kelly a moment.
She was just like that teacher that was talking to a student like, all right, you need to get your grades up, and this is what we're going to do. But shout out to Gayle King, man. I think it was a real good interview. Very interesting. I think R. Kelly. The only gripe that I would have with the interview is when you know somebody lying, and let me say this to the camera. Kelly is lying. I know he's black. I know he's a famous. Listen, that was my man. I used to make mixtapes with his songs off the radio and playing for my girl. You know what I'm saying? I'm a Flirt was one of my favorite songs ever. You know what I'm saying? So that was my man. But let's not let his race and him being black overshadow the fact that he's having sex and dating women, or little girls 14 years old. All right? Now, the problem that I have with the interview is when Gail asks him, have you ever had sex with an underage female? And he straight up says no. Why nobody say, with all respect to the dead, fam, you married Aaliyah when she was what, 14? 15? So you mean to tell me you waited 3 years to have sex with Aaliyah? We don't believe you. We know you had sex with an underage girl at one point, at least, in your life. It's on record.
So say we saw the tape.
You know what I'm saying? So, now, do I agree that he should be getting attacked the way he's getting attacked now? If he's still doing it, yes. I don't believe in the double jeopardy thing. If they only bringing up cases from now, I mean from his past, and trying to retrial that cannot fly. That is not admissible in the court of law. You cannot do that. So I don't think that's right. But if this is new cases, listen, my man Bill Cosby went down, bro. Hashtag Me Too movement is real. And if you was doing this, you got to pay the piper, bro. And you the Pied Piper. So you know what I mean?
Self-name too.
You can't be mad if, because you continued to doing this after that tape and you got away with that. You got away like OJ got away. You know what I'm saying? But you continue to dabble and to play that field, and you got multiple tapes floating around here. You the crazy one. And you got to pay the Pied Piper. And I ain't going to feel sorry for you, because like you said, if I catch a grown-ass man trying to date and have sex with my daughter, who's 14 right now, you're dying and I'm getting hung from the way that I'm going to kill you. You know what I'm saying? So, like, it is like, I don't play with that. You know what I'm saying? I don't care if you're black. I don't care if you're white. I don't care if you're Mexican. I don't care if you Buddha. You know what I'm saying? You mess with little girls, 14 years old, and you having sex with them, and you're a grown man, you need to be dealt with. I don't care how long ago it was, and especially if you continue doing it. That's it.
PH, what's your thoughts?
After that, I don't even know if I got something to say. You know?
Chip just dropped the mic.
Like, I agree with what Chip said, man. You know, when that first video or the DVD came out with his whole first, I guess, session, you want to call it, people took that as, okay, well, he went to court. Everything was done because he got off free. When that happened, people should have been looking at him different, treating him different, just like how they treating him like right now. But he got a pass for what? Everybody knew that was him. He was on the camera, like, adjusting all over the place. It wasn't like he was hiding. No, he was like this, all in the camera, like, all right, we good? All right, cool, let's go. You know, I mean, if you're going to give him a pass then, I mean, might as well give him a pass now. It was okay then. I just don't understand, like, people's level of thinking now because it's more social media and more ways for it to get out there. It's more of a stain on his record. Like I said, I may have been maybe youngish when that first court case came around, but I knew he was a nasty motherfucker then. He was a nasty motherfucker now. And in between, he was continuously being a nasty motherfucker.
But he made hits back then.
But okay. I mean, whatever. But you don't – that's what I'm saying. When the court case happened the first time, everybody should have stopped fucking with him now. But no, he was making hits, like you said. He was bringing people in so much money that, you know what? Fuck it. He got acquitted. That wasn't him. Let's keep on rocking. It's stupid.
You hit the nail on the head too. Like, he was making money. He was profitable. A lot of people turned a blind eye because even in that documentary that they had last month, it was, background singers, tour people was with him, and they were all saying, "Yeah, I saw it. Yeah, I saw it." But it was like at the time they was on payroll.
Exactly. Listen, if we leave, we ain't getting these checks.
Right.
So, you know what? I'm staying until it's definitely a wrap.
And now that they no longer touring, they no longer with him, it's like, you know what? I want to clear my conscience. I should have said something sooner.
Yeah, they bogus. They bogus for that. They bogus for that.
Yeah. And what do y'all think about him not having what he had 100,000 or something like that in the bank only after all the millions of what do y'all think about him not being able to?
What happened? He paid off all of them people from before. After that court case, he had to give up money probably after that to keep everybody from talking shit or to some females coming out saying something, and all that money was gone.
Yeah.
He wasn't getting no more tour dates. That shit started getting dried up.
Yeah. The lawyers.
Exactly.
And he probably had an accountant, so he wasn't looking at the money. He was just, and he's been still touring. He was just on tour.
Listen, he got some money. He don't have a lot of money. He got some money. You living in Trump Towers in Chicago, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You're not broke. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how much money he got. He definitely got what he had back in the day, but he got some money somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
But like he said, he don't own his masters.
Right.
The record labels raped him. The tour dates dried up, like I said. So he's not making money like he had. But I think he definitely should have had that child support money. But I think he just think he's smarter than everybody else. And
because according to him, people don't use their common sense.
Exactly.
How stupid which could you be to think that I would do that?
Really? Oh man.
Did y'all see the other interview with his girlfriends?
Yeah.
No, I ain't even watched that either.
Yeah, I seen that. Let me tell you something.
Go ahead, speak about
it. Yo, why the dark-skinned girl was so rude, man? She
was on 10.
What is your relationship, both of you, with R. Kelly?
We're with him. That's our relationship.
We're with him. Yeah, that's what it is.
And we're in a relationship with him.
Right.
You just said it.
A very strong relationship as well.
Both of you.
Yes, most definitely.
I guess because he was already riled up.
Yeah.
By the time they sat down, she was like, "Y'all not going to attack us." Yeah. My father's the liar. She came in hype, like, yeah.
She was ready to go. She was like, "I'm not going to discuss my sexual, things I do in the bedroom."
I'm talking about, is it a three-way sexual relationship?
Sexually? Well, first of all, I'm not here to talk about my personal life.
Okay.
And I would never share with no one what I do in or outside of the bedroom. And as a woman, I'm sure you would not either.
Yes. No, I wouldn't, but
okay, then.
You're
next
right.
question.
You make tapes, fam. You make tapes. All right? We know what you do. We done seen the man in action. You know what I mean? I just think to put my stamp on this topic, I just think all this outside of the underage stuff, and I'm just talking about his relationship with these two girls, I think it could all have been avoided, yo. You're a grown woman now. Regardless of when it started, you're a grown woman now. If they're not touching him for dealing with you when you were 17, supposedly, then just call your mother and say, "Yo, I'm good." You know what I'm saying? Ma, you might not approve of this, but I'm happy. I'm comfortable. I'm in a relationship. Make it known that you're reaching out. You're not being held captive, as they say. You know what I'm saying? You're not mentally, bounded to this man or whatever. As long as that's the purpose of a wellness check. You have to tell them that you're okay, you're good, you're happy. You know what I mean? Now, if for whatever reason y'all not reaching out, what do you think a mother or father is going to do or think? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, yeah, if they was in contact with their family before the mother and father came out, now you got all this talk about, oh, they want money or whatever. But still, in this day and age, everything is recorded. Text conversations, emails, social media. So if you was reaching out to your moms and your pops like, yo, mom, how you doing? I'm good or whatever. We here, blah, blah, blah. Then none of this will be going on because you'll be able to show the receipts.
Yeah.
That when my mother said that I was disappeared for 2-3 years, here's why I talked to her on this date. So now they want money. You know what I'm saying? It's ways to prove it. You know what I mean? And her being so defensive in that interview showed me that it's a little bit funny. You know, like I can't believe y'all. I can't believe y'all.
So you think the interviews hurt?
It definitely hurt. It definitely hurt. It definitely hurt him. It didn't make him look any better.
I don't know why he even sat up there and did that interview. Like, what possessed him to say, yeah, let me go do this interview? With all of this stuff.
I want to see his kids.
I don't care. You do that somewhere else. Not on TV. That's crazy. He made himself even look more retarded.
He want to see his kids. Somebody, and I don't know who's his legal team or management. Somebody thought that was a good idea. I don't know who.
They probably always telling him, "Yo, Rob, don't do it, don't do it." And he was like, "Nah, fuck that. I'm doing it. I'm doing the interview."
Yeah, I don't know, but before I let y'all go, I came up with a little thing, a little idea I had, whatever. Because since everybody going to jail, getting arrested these days, and, you know, Rob couldn't pay his bail, so I want to call this bail a bid. All right, now, throw a couple names at y'all. I don't know if y'all would bail them out or let them do their bid. All right. So first off, R. Kelly, I already know where y'all going with that. Y'all gonna let him do his bid.
Next person, yeah, we gonna skip it. Yeah.
We gonna skip him.
We gonna skip him.
Robert Kraft.
I'm bailing him out, man. Let my son live.
Word. Bailed out immediately. Let's go.
Okay.
As some would say, ain't nothing wrong with a rub and tug every now and then, man. Let my son live.
True. All right, so both of you, you're bailing him out. What about Jussie Smollett?
Rot. Damn. He needs some time to think.
He gotta do his bid too, man. I don't know if it's 10 felonies worth of bid.
Yeah, that's what I said. I ain't gonna say he needs to do all 48 of them years. Right. About 48 months or something, but he needs to do some time.
I think they threw a lot at him just to hope some of it stick.
Some sticks, yeah.
Yeah, because they were just like, he lied, conspiracy to lie. He was the kingpin, the organizer of the lie. They were just trying to throw a bunch of stacks up on him. So,
hit him with the Rico.
Yeah, exactly. And but last but not least, he didn't get arrested, but I just want to know y'all take on Tristan Thompson. Him and Chloe, him getting caught cheating.
Bailed out immediately. Let's go find some more. Let's go, fam. Let's go. What's wrong with you? Yo, you trying to get away from them Kardashians, man.
Yo, listen.
The Kardashian curse is real. He tried to cheat the first time. She's like, nah, you good. Come on back. And he was like, no, I got to find somebody else to get kicked out this house. Come here. Let's go.
Still said, no, you family. Come back home.
PH, you know how I feel about the Kardashians. So that's one. I'm bailing him out off the fact that I hate them women. Right?
I'm glad you said the women.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep it respectful.
It's Women's History Month. You
know what I'm saying? But secondly, I'm bailing him out because that chick Woods, she badder than Chloe. So ain't nothing like. He did right.
Definitely did.
And somebody say Chloe box is trash anyway. So
that's she got a history. You know what I mean? Don't stay around. French Montana, James Harden. You can go down the list. She got a bad track record. You know what I'm saying?
Count French. French is like a man whore because he's out there. His list is strong.
Yeah. He got
Real
to
strong.
this.
Real strong.
Real strong.
It's just strong, son.
All right, fellas. Well, thank y'all for coming through one more time. Shout out your well, y'all don't really use social media much, but shout out the team. Shout out to your YouTube page. Go ahead, take it away.
Go ahead, PH.
Man, listen. We need you to check out our YouTube, MizFitz Sports Radio, Instagram, Twitter, MizFitz Sports Radio.
No S on the sport. No S on the sport.
We need to see some more people, man. Come through, check us out. We got jokes. We serious. We argue. Just come check it out, man. We need some more support.
No doubt, no doubt. I'm a supporter. I tune in. I watch it. You know, like what you guys are doing. You know, I get involved. I comment too. I try to comment. You know, when I'm not doing my thing, I try to get on there and stuff too. Thank y'all for coming through.
Paul, man. I just want to say, we appreciate the opportunity letting us join your podcast.
Sure.
Getting the name out there, and I'm gonna do the same. I'm gonna share. I'm gonna subscribe. It's funny because when Chris was like, "Yo, my man want me," I don't even know why he said my man like that. Like I don't know. You should say, "Yo, Paul want us to come do your." Then you know what I'm saying, I would have been more lit, and I didn't know what I was walking into. But real talk, man. I like to see us doing better. I like to see us doing great things, making moves out here. So I'm definitely gonna like and subscribe to your podcast. What is it again?
Two Words Music Dance, a 2021 vision, A2021 VISION. It's on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, everywhere. You can get the video on YouTube, a 2021 vision. You can get the audio on SoundCloud, Google Play, iTunes, all the podcast apps, whether you're on your phone, your Xbox, your PlayStation, wherever you at. A 2021 vision, all right? Subscribe, comment, like, share, do all that good stuff. Yeah.
I appreciate you, bro.
Definitely
I appreciate y'all.
Man.
All right, fellas. Thank y'all once again. See y'all next time.
MizFitz Sports Radio, we out.
Yes, sir.
There are older men that like younger women.
Is that
there
you?
are younger women that like older men.
Are you an older man that likes younger women?
I'm an older man that love all women. 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 All women. All women. All women. All women. All women. All women.
Oh my God.
I'm an older man that love all women. 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 All women. All women. All women. All women. All women. All women.
Oh my God.
I'm an older man that love all women. I'm an older man that love all women. I'm an older man.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the show, hit the like button. Share it. Tell your friends about it. Let them know what's going on. Also, hit subscribe and the bell to be notified when new content is loaded, because there's much, much more to come.